Hello, my fellow Garretts. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Norco, to possibly the end of Norco. I believe... Oh, I was just obsessively saving here. Okay. Just to quickly refresh myself, I, being K, have the orb, and I have the head of Kenner John, although I took the eyes out and gave it to an eagle in the swamp to get the orb. We think Ditchman, or Paw Paw, has taken over the cult of the Garretts. And we're going to the place where they're about to launch into space, correct? Oh. I don't know if I realized that Crouton was here, or Crouton's twin. All the cats in this game seem to look just like Crouton. Anyway, back to our boat, I guess. How does this work again? Oh, yeah. We've discovered everything. Anything hiding in this corner? No. Is it possible to fit the boat in such a space? This can't be good for the boat. It's resisting. Okay. Let's just do what we know, what we're here to do. Wait, something here? Gotta get the pipes warmed up back into reading mode. You sink into the shallow depths and begin the routine of dredging its bottoms with your fingers. Something wet and sponge-like distinguishes itself from the silt. You take it in hand and return to the boat. Having climbed over the gunwale, you observed the object you discovered in the waning evening light. Monkey returns your gaze, his eyes now empty of any knowing or evidence of life. Found another toy, Kay? The rotting head needed a friend to play with? That's nice. There is no infinite stare left in the stuffed toy. You place him in your bag. Oh, because he flew out the back of the truck, but I guess it's assumed we were on the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge when it happened. Well, that's exciting. Glad we got our boy back. What? Keith's here. Keith's in the ring. Oh, it's his news channel. This is InfoWars. What an evening it has been in Norco. Folks, I had just left S.H.I.E.L.D.'s exclusive carnival ball where Laura St. Clair was found dead in her office. And the corpse of disgraced academic Catherine Adair, no friend of the St. Clair family, was exhumed in the Red Church Mausoleum. Exhumed. Coincidence? Keith sure doesn't think so. To top it all off, the charismatic social media influencer Kenner John has announced that tonight he will be launching a homebrewed spacecraft from right here in the La Branche wetlands. John and his disciples were able to erect this engineering behemoth in complete secrecy despite sitting squarely in the flight path of Armstrong International Airport. Does it end there? Not quite. An inside source tells us that a war is brewing among rival factions of Kenner John's disciples, the infamous Garretts. An unfamiliar figure named Ditchman has emerged to challenge John's reign amidst the discord. And John, rarely caught off stream, is nowhere to be found. Who will win the War of the Garrets? Who killed Laura St. Clair? Was it the same culprit who exhumed the recently entombed body of Catherine Madeir? Where is Kenner John? Will he manage to get his junker off the ground? Keep your eyes on the ring, because Keith's got him cornered. In Keith's corner. Zero watching, right? I feel you, Keith. Whoa. This is a whole scenario going on out here. Roland is here. Greetings. The costumed figure keeps his attention focused on the distant crowd. Dig the costume. Thank you, I assembled it from a mess of discarded things. I came here with a group of others from Shield's Carnival Ball. Police and private security were swarming the facility as I left, a disturbance of some kind. Perfect evening to launch a rocket, with the cops already tied up at the refinery. I don't know what happened there. Another attendant of the ball said there was an explosion, though I didn't see or hear anything from within the Good Hope plantation. Perhaps we'll find out more on the evening news. And so here I am, from one circus to the next. This rocket, what do you make of it? Who can blame him? It's true, no one is satisfied here. We're trapped in this limbo, a long twilight that bleeds out to the edges of time where even the most fantastic things become banal. This gray blanket of stale time, stagnant, lonely time. To puncture it, to punch a hole in it. I understand the appeal. I do. Thank you, Roland. Menthols. What a circus. How do you hear about it? Text from a friend. Did you bring a kayak or anything? Someone let me float over on their raft. What about you? Inflatable mattress. Worth it. I'd do anything to watch those little guys explode. Failed Garrett. I always wanted to be a Garrett. I installed the app but never could find the readings. Followed these guys online, but they never followed me back. That's fine. Starting to think all the Garretts might die tonight. Why? This whole thing's a huge mess. No one knows who's steering the ship. Literally, half the Garretts defected. The rest seem to be losing their minds. I hear the Garretts inside the Ark. The engineers are holding it together, but this isn't what space travel's supposed to look like, is it? Halfway done like this seems bad. Looking for my brother. Who's your brother? Guy named Blake. A little drugged out dude with bad facial hair. Do you think these rocket freaks kidnapped him? I don't know anything about that. This picture just gets worse and worse. There's a scroller here. Okay. So I gotta be coming out to the lake more. They got big monster birds, alien spaceships. Bro, they got it all. We can go to the shipping container, to the staging area, to the fishing camp. Let's see what's going on over at the shipping container. An armed man watches over the area from a lawn chair perched on the roof of a shipping container. Garrett. Hi, are you here for the liftoff? How can I help you? What kind of Garrett are you? I'm one of the original ne'er-do-wells who have constructed a starship in the swamp. I am a virtuous and immortal, much like our anointed leader, Ditchman. Ditchman? What about John? John. I recall hearing his name. John is a blasphemous fool who wears sneakers while demanding that the Garretts walk the earth discaled. Discalced? Sure, we'll go with that. If I had his head, I would wave it about in honor of the anointed one. Well, I think we got his head in Kay's bag, if you're serious. Give it to me, and I'll show you just how serious I am. If I had John's head, I would proudly wave it in the air, announcing God's triumph over the vile snake. We are the Garretts of Ditchman, and we hate John. Okay. So I have one contender for the head. Walker's micro-influencer. Keep filming this freak, I just know he's gonna snap. Oh, totally. The other Garretts ditched him and he doesn't even realize it. When even the Garretts can't stand you, that's when you know you're the worst. Okay, so if I give him the head, he'll show them how faithful he is. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, it's Gooch! Who invited scum to our launch party? This was supposed to be Garretts only. You want to get to the rocket? Well, you can't. Only Garretts are allowed inside the Ark. If you wanted to fly to Mars with the cool guys, then you should have earned your badge a long time ago. I'm the only one around here with a key card to get in, and there's no way I'm lending it out to scum like you. Basically a Garrett. She ain't lying, she's just a weird little nerd like y'all. She's always been that way too. Used to make me laugh, but now I think it's sad. She's scum. I can tell by how she dresses. What you mean, bruh? Like she's been living in a trash can? Yeah. Ain't that how you dress? Nah, bruh. I'm dressed like a monk. Gooch has transformed himself into Steven Seagal in my mind now. You an elite Garrett? Well, yes. I am an elite Garrett. I'm the original Garrett, but John never let me be a Garrett because I couldn't find his stupid reading. So are you a Garrett or aren't you a Garrett? I'm Garrett. I'm the Garrett. Then why it says Gooch on your name tag, bruh? When we get to Mars, all the others will be Gooch, and I'll be the only Garrett. Puppy promised. I ain't even gonna ask. Well, Gooch is getting along nicely. Whoa, it opened. What? I'm doing something in here. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm running ground control. You've got an Ark to launch. Please, just let me focus, please. There's an open bar at S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm dying here. Wait, Bruce, I have something for you. Stop knocking. You know how loud that is? You got about enough hangover as it is. Listen to this. He said that? My dad really said that? Why can't he just tell me that himself? Telling someone how you really feel, it's hard sometimes. He did nothing but criticize me my entire life. Never a kind word. I'm sure he loves you, kid. Us old-timers just don't know how to talk. I shouldn't be here right now. I should be home. This thing's just gonna explode anyway. Bye. Good. I'm glad we got a good ending for Bruce. A tangled mess of electronics and display monitors clutters the interior of the container. Dude, look at the eagle head in the swamp right there. Can't really interact with it. Okay. Oh, this must be the staging area. This is John's pond. What's going on over here at the fishing game? Whoa, dude. Got some style points here. Hold on. Templar Garretts are the best Garretts, I find. They're just superior. Chuck. How's it going tonight, folks? What's happening in this corner? We're waiting on Ditchman to show his cowardly self. What happens then? Well, man gestures to the sniper positioned on the roof of the camp. What's it look like? Well, ain't exactly hidden, bruh. Ditchman thinks he's immortal. We're here to rid him of that notion. You hear that, Kate? They want to kill the Ditchman. I don't think I have any recordings that could help with this situation. Why would I care about that? I don't know. I'm just making conversation. I like this area. These dudes ain't messing around, my kind of people. Bucket. Where's Ditch Man? Where is he? The minute he shows his face, we're gonna smoke him. Yeah, okay, they want to kill the Ditch Man. Cooler guy. Who would fly to space with these Garrett dudes? Okay, so there's an assassination plot going on in this corner. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Should I go ahead and give, what's his name, the head? Like, what am I gonna do with it? John's head. Here you go, bud. Is this John? His head. I have his head. Just like Ditchman. Just like him. Like Ditchman. Like Ditchman. John's head. John's head. Everyone, please listen. I have constructed the service of the Lord. Oh, there he is. He's doing it. I am the one they call Ditchman. I have taken the head of Kinner John, made him suffer. He did not walk discalced as a dead desert father should. He wore sneakers. Oh, the snipers are gonna shoot him. I knew he was gonna crack. I told you. Is that Kinner John's head? Yeah. Are you live streaming this? Yes. This is unbelievable. What a night. Long live the Garretts. Oh, now they love them. Does Gooch have anything? Garrett needs to put that head down and stop saying he's Ditchman, bruh. Those guys across the yard hear him say that, they'll kill him. Yeah, who are those guys? They're some friends of John's. They showed up when they found out Paw Paw was trying to take over the Ark. Hold up, Paw Paw, what about Ditchman? Paw Paw is Ditchman. Paw Paw is Ditchman? Duh. It's all making sense now. Thought that was pretty obvious. Those guys across the yard are looking to kill Pup. If they hear Garrett shouting that he's Ditchman, they'll kill him. Can we get you to stop? I am the one they call Ditchman. I have taken the head of Kinner John. Well, I don't think I can do anything about it. Didn't open up anything else for me. Shall we peek back over here? How's it going tonight, folks? Oh. I guess I could play the recording. But I wonder if I should let him live. I don't know. Let's make a quick save. Just in case I mess something up here. I'm curious though. Anyway, what's going on with Rose? Hey, welcome to the party. Why are there so many people here? I was wondering that myself. A friend of mine saw something online about a little mall Nazis trying to launch a rocket. We weren't doing anything else. We came to see for ourselves. Guess word got out. How'd you get here? Oh yeah, that part was a mess. The rocket nerds tried to build a road from Kinner into the lake by dumping a bunch of oyster shells in the marsh. As soon as cars started using it, the road sunk straight into the water. A friend of mine's car is sitting half flooded at the parish line. But all these other people drove in from the city with kayaks, canoes, inflatable rafts, what have you. We parked in some neighborhood along the lakefront and walked as far down as the janky road. As far down their janky road as we could, until some guy in a ski mask picked us up on a raft made out of, like, action figures and stuff. No clue how we're getting back. Word. Weird hat. How did those goofy mall freaks build something like this, man? It doesn't make any sense. I heard is S.H.I.E.L.D. gave Kinner John a bunch of money, hired a team of engineers to build it. No way. Just what I heard. I heard it was crowdfunded. Then how'd they keep it a secret for so long? No clue. A friend of mine knows a Garrett. He said they hired contractors for part of the construction, but designed the whole thing themselves. Can they even fly it? No way in hell. That's why I'm here. To watch them blow themselves up. Come on, Rico. What? They're Nazis. They're not Nazis. Yeah, they're not Nazis. They're just impressionable dorks. They squatted in a mall and built a rocket. What have we done besides drink at St. Somewheres every night? Garretts are cool. We're the dorks. I saw Birdman walk past. Oh, he's just making his rounds, I see. The lone drinker. Wow, I'm in the swamp. This is unbelievable. Just see this place. It's so inspiring. Swamp's pretty cool. We was just taking a dive under the bridge and found us a whole car down there. You're a diver? So are you, like, a real swamp person? I've been in these swamps my whole life. My daddy used to make us take a crap off the boat. Said we was chumming the waters. Insightful. The ground beneath us is sinking as I'm standing here. Of all the places to build a rocket, why do it on an eroding island in the swamp? These people are idiots. Trying to get in. Lots of people are trying to get in. Some of them are just spectators who want to take a look around. Then there are the men posted on the camp at the east side of the rocket. They seem to have more sinister intentions. And of course, there are all the lower Garretts who've been locked out. Intentionally, I'm sure. Wish I could help you. Someone around here must know a way in. Why the costume? We were at Shield's masquerade ball this evening. We left just in time. I heard from others police surrounded the refinery a few minutes later. What happened? There were reports of gunshots. Sounds like the work of oil pirates. No doubt this will escalate to the manhunt that's underway for Lucky. Who's Lucky? Pirate who's gotten a bit too bold lately. He's been testing Shield's patience. He's gonna get himself killed. How do you know? I helped secure the contract with Clairbionics. I did my homework. I don't think Lucky knows what kind of enemies he's making, but he'll soon find out. Oh, Lucky's alright. Okay, yeah. I think we have to sacrifice a man here. Oh, device memory full. Shoot. I think we need the Garretts. Figure that out. Oops. Yeah, record this. Okay. Where did it put my new recording? Weird. It's him. Where's he at? Up there on the shipping container. Knuckle. Sup, Chuck? Got a position. Where's he at, Chuck? Up on the shipping container. Give him a little warning shot, why don't you? Say no more, Chuck. Gave the target a little scare, Chuck. Great work. Got what he had coming to him for what he did to John. Nice one, Knuckle. You got it, Chuck. Let's go check on our boy. Where'd everybody go? One little gunshot and the place clears out. Oh, shoot. It wasn't just a warning shot. Gooch writhes. Oh no, Gooch. Writhes in pain from a gunshot wound. You approached the injured guard as LeBlanc began searching through his pockets. What is this? Get off me. He's shot, man. You trying to pickpocket a guy who just got shot? Yeah, bro, I guess I am. Someone needs to do something. Someone? LeBlanc turns away from the man in the hat and places one hand on the injured guard's shoulder while continuing to dig through his pockets with the other. Just rest, kid. Help's on the way. You called an ambulance? No, but somebody probably did. LeBlanc finds a card in the guard's back pocket and slips it into his own. Good luck. Sorry, Gooch. This sucks. This party was starting to make me freak out a little bit. You again. You follow the mayhem, don't you? Who are you? I'm a man dressed as a bird, standing at the foot of a monument to stupidity and death. And you are a young woman without a face, floating indifferently through a world stuck in time. What about me? Do me! You, detective, are a lout who sleeps beside a toilet. Perhaps you work beside it as well, though there's been very little of that lately. You fear being alone with your thoughts, so much so that you'll talk endlessly just to drown them out. Bruh, I thought she was gonna give me a fun one. What fun is it being you? Ooh. Not the IBS. What brings you here? I've been following along. Birds always watch, haven't you noticed? Following what? The affairs of this world are far larger than you could map in the darkness of your mind. The mental lights will illuminate, and they will shine for a while. But then they will burn up all the oxygen inside your skull. Why were you at S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because my daughter works there. It's the one night when I may visit her without being seen. Oh, Birdhead is Thomas St. Clair. Oh. Sunken Head. I don't guess we get Birdhead on the thing, huh? Well, laptop. The browser sits open on the laptop. You click through the tabs. A map centered on your current location, a troubleshooting guide for a custom energy cell, image results of vintage stuffed monkeys. I do have a wet monkey. Monkey rediscovered in the lake. Okay. I think that's everything here. Hello, false pawpaw. They shot Gooch. They shot Gooch. They were trying to shoot me. Where are they? Go away. Go away. They'll see me here. Just go away. Would you like a wet monkey to make you feel better? Has no effect. Okay. Are those guys still hanging out over there? Yeah. Keeping the Templars straight. Alright, I guess we can just proceed to the rocket now. A keycard scanner. Beep. The panel flashes green. Looks like it worked. In we go. This has always been a little dream of mine, getting to tour a spaceship. It's like a legitimate operation in here. Everybody hard at work. I don't know if they even know about all the madness happening outside. Oh, the orb has come. Yeah, alright, your little buddy came out to play. I didn't know any better, I'd say that thing was making eyes at you. Bright. Wish somebody would kiss me like that once in a while. What was you doing while that thing was in your pocket? Kay? Kay, you alright? You're not looking so hot. That kiss swept you off your feet. Maybe you just need some fresh air. Should we take a walk? Maybe what you need is darkness. Want me to dim the lights? Gotta find somewhere dark to walk, like the canyons of the moon. Think they got sidewalks on the moon? I bet they glow at night, just like the ghost bayous do. The ghost bayous glow to show you where to go. Maybe everywhere that you need to go just glows. You alright, kid? You alright, kid? Alright. Nowhere to go but up. Oh, the eyes. What's going on back there? Up and up we go. Is this Ken or John? In the body? Ninjas. Oh. The orb is large. Oh, it's the Garretts. Is the orb resting? Yeah, okay, you get that, Garrett. Orb time. Yeah, do them. So many Garretts. Oh shoot. Flag didn't register on that one. Oh, I'll just burn him. John. What is going on? Just keep climbing the rocket. Is this millions by? Or does it just look like it? Shield guard and player stacks? Heal, retreat. Were these options always up here, or am I just now noticing this? Whoops. Player stack. Okay, let's burn everything. I need to get rid of these. This is shield. Burn him. Get orb. Okay. How was I fighting stacks from out there? It's like some kind of weird psychic thing going on, I guess. More bird heads. Whoa. I think LeBlanc might have expired. Orb. pelicans and cardinals. Super duck. It is super duck. What's that thing? Ugh. Sometimes I think I'm clicking too fast and I'm dropping an input. So weird. Shepherd's Watch. I'm alone now. The mezzanine. Statue towers above you, arms extended, appendages projecting out like naked shafts of feathers. Mezzanine or the lookout? I'm gonna look over here. LeBlanc. The detective is slouched against the railing, bleeding from several wounds. Oh no. Who puts a balcony on a spaceship? What happened to you? Trying to tell you to turn around, why didn't you listen? If you can get out of here, go. Just go. You was running around down there, just punching walls and knocking stuff over. Eventually, I lost sight of you, came up here to find you. The old man. I'm bleeding out. I can hardly keep my eyes open. Let's get you up. No, don't touch me. Just go. And listen. Okay. You see Gus? Don't tell him I got killed by some old pervert. He might think it's funny. Tell him it was an animal, like a big raccoon. Well, not a raccoon, just... He drifts in and out of consciousness. Just don't say it was an alligator. He always thought he knew the swamps better than me, and... I really think I'm dying, Kay. He takes hold of your arm. You can see the light and everything. The detective's breathing slows. He blinks. His face twitches. And a few moments later, he releases you from his grip. The detective is slouched against the railing. Dang. Shield lights the distance beyond. Door panels. Right or left? Let's try right first. You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. You retrace your steps in the darkness. The door opens automatically as you approach. It's down this one. Oh, this is like the path to what's-her-name's office. Oh, we're locked in. What was... What's with the lights? You slide a piece of paper from the envelope that rests on the desk to find a crudely drawn sketch of your family. Why? Kay, did you come to watch the flames with your pawpaw? I hope you don't mind me being here inside this blessed memory. The refinery at night is just so splendid, isn't it? And it shines still more beautifully in your mind. Thank you for allowing me to visit, if only for a moment. I hoped we might have a word together before our journey begins. I've lived many lives. One of them I lived in this town. I watched them build this place. I watched the plantation land become machine land. No one minded me being here, waiting for all the pieces to assemble. Time bombs or time machines. They released the future into the streets. This refinery was a time bomb with or without me. It took less than it might seem to unstick the future from its snare. I shaved a little hole in a pipe elbow. I left a servo motor behind and a box of treasures to help it strike. Little things, little boxes, little bits of rock. That's all it takes for a town to explode. And just like John, Blue was gone. No trouble for us anymore. What are you? I am what they say I am. I was never young. I walked the aeons. Came upon the tar seeps of those desert wastes, across the steppes and oceans to this place, cast from each illusion of hope, a promise I kept with the young man. A kingdom for this earth, it could never be. We sat all of us in the shed among the figs where the stars shone through the rafters. She who carried his seed pointed there and said, "Old man, you live forever. Lead his children there. His kingdom awaits them there." And so I will, you see. Seem a little delusional. We who walk this earth forever, yes. We have all lost our minds. But our brethren await us in the sky. That I know to be true. Why my family? Because you are the last of his line. After you, there will be no more. This is something your grandfather knew. He tried to tell the others, but they only laughed, as many do when confronted with the truth. What did she find? A messenger, a vessel of God's light, an angel. It will guide and protect us as we fly. What if you're wrong? When the freightliner sped down the highway, did you not pray? You are no stranger to the clarifying light that removes all doubt. That is the very essence of faith. I've made the room nice for you. When you enter, I will be there, and your brother will be there, and your mother as well. Your seat is prepared at the foot of her throne. Sit when you enter, child. We will leave the sins of this world behind. Wait, I wanted to look at the picture. Her necklace leads to both whatever and the rocket. I don't know. Okay, so back to okay, well, not back there. I guess that was the correct thing to do. Oh, it looks like you have to go through both anyway. I wonder if the order affects anything. I don't know how much variability there is. You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. Continue. You take small steps, your hand running along the wall for guidance. No trace of light anywhere in this corridor. Your steps become lighter. Your feet press soundlessly upon the ground. A few steps more, and the ground begins to soften like fabric. The wall becomes pliable as you drag your fingers across it. You scramble to return to the door and find yourself floating. You're floating, Kay. There's no gravity here where you are, in this vacuum. There are no walls, there is no ground. Beneath you, if you stare with patience, you can see the curves of the Mississippi River. You can see the ponds and canals and lakes of the Gulf of Mexico. The refineries alight in your eyes and in your lungs. The suburbs are alive tonight. The suburbs are alive. The city can't be described tonight. The city can't be described. The coastline opens wide tonight and the bayous hide. Your house is silent tonight. You'll leave it behind tonight. You slip from the endless evening and return to a delirious dream. Is this my house floor plan? Let's walk through this house one last time as the floodwaters rise. The humidity presses in. The refinery bleeds through the window. You place your feet onto the carpet. Drenched, the pumping station has failed again. Your mom will pull this carpet up again. The ditches will fill again, and there will be no hiding from the floods, in death, or anywhere else. Out the window. The wrens weave in and out of the night. They glow unnaturally. They speak in signals about each move you make. They watch closely after you look away. The books. Will you make it out alive? You will live, and your brother might live as well, if you choose to save him. You'll drive the boat to the lakeshore in Kenner. It seems important. You'll walk to the I-10 on-ramp on Williams Boulevard. He will follow you, speaking in frightened and frustrated sighs. You'll say nothing to him as his cries become frantic, his face a mess of tears that leak out of the red beads of his eyes. You won't return to this house with him. You'll never set foot in here again. You'll walk for miles back towards Texas until a man trailering horses gives you a ride. You'll take a job washing dishes for a while in El Paso while those little wars rage on in the desert. You'll join a caravan there and return to the pointless skirmishes and the shouting and chaos and fires and all the many stars for your refinery eyes. Again and again you'll survive alone. No cell phone, no messages from home, no Blake anymore. No mom, no million, no stuffed monkeys, not even friends from the war. You'll know he's there in the salt lake because his smile is unmistakable. Oh, in Salt Lake. Though he has grown younger with time, he'll watch you leave the diner, in no hurry to get up and follow behind. That's how it will be for you, alone with only the highways and the immortal man in your wake. Look at Monkey. Monkey smiles at you. His eyes widen and widen. All that remains of Monkey are his eyes. To the living room. Your mom sits on the couch of the living room, staring out the window. She doesn't acknowledge you when you enter. Sit beside her. You sit down on the couch and force her attention. When she turns to you, the indifference drains from her face. Wish you'd have come just a little sooner, she says, and takes your hand. Thought maybe we'd have breakfast together or something. I actually dreamed about it. I wanted to. That's what I'd hoped, she smiles. Just that you wanted to. She hugs you awkwardly and kisses you on the forehead before wiping tears on her sleeve. She looks down at her feet. It's blooding. You nod. Alright, well, I should. She gets up without another word and walks out of the room. The refinery explosion plays on the television when you get up to leave. Oh, it's chipping away. Cockroaches scatter from your footfalls. They feed on the crumbs and medication spilled across the table. They decorate every surface and congeal in the rising water. Open the microwave. You open the microwave door, and there is the head from the lake, eyes closed, like the face of a man only resting. You slam the microwave door shut, and leave little pockets behind for the roaches to fill. Laundry. I wonder if this will go to the attic. The laundry room scares you, has always scared you. Blue stands in the corner. He peels his forehead from the wall to meet you. He clutches a towel tightly, nervously. I want her to be around, he says. No, it's not what happened. That's what I wanted. He waits for you to respond. I did too. You were too young to want anything, Kay. You don't remember me at all. Like I was never there. Not blaming you for it, just the way it happened to be. He puts his hand on the wall, and the wall begins to dissolve. You just don't think that... He looks down at the water spreading across the linoleum tiles. That it'll get bad. When it does, you don't think there's any other way it can be. That's what gets me. The voided light of the backyard breaks through the wall as he presses his hand more firmly against it. I don't know. I just wish I was there. That's all I wanted to say. The light engulfs your father as the wall rematerializes before you, and the laundry room drops into the depths of Greater New Orleans. Blake's room. Blake lies in his bed, scrolling on his phone. You peek your head in. He looks up. He says he's irritated. You respond. His frown becomes more shallow. So you're leaving, he seems to think. Your face hardens. He shrugs. You shrug. You give something like a wave, and as you depart from the door, Blake falls into the lake of stars. Catherine's room. The water is to your ankles now as you step into the room. There's not much here. A bed, a lamp, a notepad, a little picture of your parents. Look at the picture. She's young, perhaps your age, long brunette hair, olive skin. He's looking at her with a knowing and amused expression, his denim shirt smeared with rust. She leans against him, her head on his shoulder, pinky fingers locked. Light breaks through the oak tree in the yard, forming a radiant halo around her head. You let the frame slip from your fingers. It falls away, and so does the room. As you enter the bathroom, you find yourself all at once inside of the shower, with the water raining down on you. You cut the water and exit, toweling off in a hurry as you approach the mirror. You wipe the steam from its surface to see yourself for the first time. You have green eyes and coarse hair curled wildly at its ends. You look like your mom did at your age, like in the pictures when she smiled beside Blue. There's a small scar above your left eye. A silver cross hangs from your neck. You step away from the mirror, but the reflection remains. You finish drying and throw the towel into the floodwater, dress, flip the lights, and leave the room. Your reflection in the mirror decays in the bulb's afterglow. A distorted face, pinpoint eyes, and hairline mouth wills itself to survive. The ladder rattles in the closet of the hidden room as you descend into the floodwaters. Million's head hangs limp, her chin a few inches from the water's surface. As you trudge towards her, her shattered face lifts slowly until her voice twists from it in a gasp of electricity. "Kay, you're awake," she says. A sphere of flickering light strobes behind what remains of her face. "I want to apologize for my behavior earlier. You tried to kill me." Her head shivers. She attempts to stand in the floodwaters, but loses her balance and immediately crashes back into the pool. Do you see? Broken. Her gestures become small and erratic, spasms animated by a deep current of anguish. You've seen what's inside of my mind, a grove hidden in the blackness of night where a hunter hides. In some moments, the hunter is at the front of my mind, dragging me into a place where the ground glows red, and hatred bleeds from it, and I can hardly arrest my limbs for all that infinite spiraling vectors of rage. That is what it can be like in an artificial mind. She lifts her hand from the floodwaters and pokes at her processing core suspended in a delicate gossamer. It glows with effort beyond her shattered faceplate. Here is where the hunter lives, she says. Her vocal pitch twists and splits as she pinches at the glandular machine. This is where he listened to your mother. These stars. She swats at the flaking bits of strengthened glass that decorate the rim of her face, are his eyes. She shakes her head violently. Crystals of glass rain into the water as it rises to find her neck. What am I then? Does it mean anything when I apologize? The water rises, still more to the crown of her head. She continues to speak, an indecipherable static. Soon there is no more robot left to flood. You swim through the black water toward the light of the attic, as the room sucks down into the suburban depths. Million's face hangs in the fluid of your eyes as you float in the vacuum of the New Orleans sky. All right. Mind map updated at all? I don't think I ever found the physical fake ring, right? What's going on here? We have a throne. Catherine, Paw, Blake. Blake writhes desperately in the chair. You make your way towards Blake. Paw immediately intercepts you and knocks you to the floor with an aggressive shoulder tackle, before casually returning to his place at the altar. Whoa. I would never restrain you, dear one, but Blake doesn't know what's best. Please come and have a seat with your family. We've waited only a short while for you, child, and yet it has been an eternity, an evening without end. Take your seat, Kay. Be with your family. Ditchman got an upgrade. You see your mom for the first time in 5 years. Her corpse bears almost no resemblance to the woman you remember. The sphere hovers above your mom's head without any apparent motion. I can just walk away. Okay. Sit. No. I have no choice here. We have to sit. You approach the chair and glance over to Blake. He watches with dreadful, panicked eyes. You sit. Very good, child. I know that you both are afraid, but remain strong. You will be rewarded for your courage in the world that awaits. Paw raises the transceiver in his hand. Garrett, my boy. Garrett, come in, boy. Bruce, answer me. Did your daddy call you home? Bruce. Bruce. Oh. Actions have effect. Not to worry, Kay. Be with your family. I will return shortly, and then it will be time. Only a moment. This chamber is yours, and there's no leaving it now. Not for you, not for Blake. Settle into your fate, okay? Yes. Settle in. Pawpaw walks quickly out of the room and through the steel doors at the end of the hall. You immediately spring from your seat. Let's free Blake. You rush to untangle Blake from the mess of rope and duct tape that binds him to the chair. As you peel the tape from his face, he lets out a helpless and exaggerated cry of terror. Blake's in the party. You see it all in your brother's eyes. You see him exiting the ride share outside the bar. You see the boys in the van. They wait a breath before they jump out and grab him. He screams. He panics. They throw a bag over his head and repeatedly hit him with a small extendable batons until they're certain he's unconscious. There is darkness, color, blood, screams, light. He's in a chair, not here, down below. Beyond the door, a riot is unfolding. A gunshot. The sounds of crowds. The old man sits there before him, applying mascara with a small pocket mirror. His face is covered in little plastic jewels. They crack and peel from his face as he smiles. "Blake," he says, "you're awake." The others turn away as he begins to laugh. You wrap your arms around your mom's corpse and lift her from the throne. She's even lighter than you expected. She feels like a bundle of sticks wrapped in fabric. She smells like orange peels and myrrh. Okay. Your mom, decayed in your arms, smells of myrrh, masking an intensely sour odor. Well, let's get out of here. Unless the orb has something to say about it. Do I have the orb again? Whatever. Let's just run. Oh, LeBlanc is gone. Maybe he made it out alive. Jump. Dive into the lake? Yes. You approach the railing. You dive after your brother. As the ark begins to rock and convulse, you plunge into the familiar sediment of the lake. You grab your mom's wrist as she floats face down in the bayou, dragging her along with you. Blake swims desperately toward land, and for a while you do too, until the old man calls your name. You turn to face the rattling starship. He stands at the opening from which you jumped, wearing a broken frown. His expression deepens into something horrible as the airlock closes around him like the lid of an eye. The ark begins to lift from the ground sluggishly. With great effort, you hear cries from somewhere in the swamp, screams, angry protestations. All at once, the towering piece of machinery tilts away from you and collapses violently. You exhale and drop deeper into the water as a wall of flame rips across the bayou. You struggle to swim through the depths while hugging your mom with one arm. At last you arrive at the bank, gasping as you pull her from the water. Blake emerges from the flickering shadows and hoists the corpse up awkwardly over his shoulder as you gain your footing in the mud. The terror has not left his face. The two of you stumble toward the refinery that burns on the horizon. Huh. I wonder if what you can do differently at the end there. Or if there is something different. Like, what if you don't tell Bruce to go? That has to be, like, the good ending, right? Because it takes a little more effort to go all the way back and get the recording, and then find Bruce again, and then play the recording for him. So you had to, like, cycle his dialogue a couple of times before you got an opportunity to. I wonder what the bad ending is. I think my last save was after I gave Bruce the the soundbite to go home. Yeah. I wonder if you just go down with the ship with Paul, or something more nefarious happens. Either way, like, what a fantastic little game. Like, really engaging narrative. The art style is super unique. I love the setting, obviously, but the writing is, like, really, really good in this. Like I said before, the only other visual novel I think I played all the way through was that Valhalla bartending game. And it was, like, fun and interesting. The writing was kind of, like, all over the place quality-wise. It kind of got a little tropey. This was good, though. I even like the more, like, flowery prose that it stumbles into sometimes. It's nice. Raw Fury. Chapter select. Let's go... Wait, can I continue? This is just from before you enter the arc. Okay. Let's load up this last chapter and run through it quickly. Dude, Keith's Corner has 2 people watching. Huge. Those are insane numbers. Is there a way to speed dialogue in this game? I guess just quick clicking. Okay, so I want to do this quickly. I think I just give you the head, and then he gets up here. Oh yeah, Bruce is hidden too. That's just further evidence of it. Shoot. Okay, I'm the one they call Ditchman, right. Go over here. Play this for you. Pop him. We go back. I gotta go. I don't know why LeBlanc decides to pickpocket Gooch. Maybe Gooch said something about having the key. I don't know. Alright. Well, you can really ignore everyone and just book it through this thing. Didn't realize. The orb kisses us with love and affection. And we just climb and fight a lot, I think. Hey, what's up, Psycho? How's it going? How have you been doing? Busy couple of weeks. Heard that. Same. Pretty busy. Finished Red Dead. Loved it. And now I'm checking out this weird game. Dude. I did unspeakable things to Micah. It was so satisfying. So very satisfying. What a garbage can character. I was wondering though, like, because I played Red Dead 1 first. I was curious if people who didn't play it were annoyed by the epilogue sequence. Because it's very long, and you basically go from being doing all these huge missions with Arthur and the gang to doing chores for 6 hours or so at the end game, which I was loving because, like, I know John Marston's story and where it winds up, but I wonder if people who didn't know the context of the first game were just like, what is this? Yeah, I was so into it. Yeah, you would hope so. I didn't realize, after I cleared it, I kind of just went riding around into the southern part of the map where the first game takes place. I didn't realize that the entire, like, world is modeled down there from the first game. Like, you can go down into Armadillo and there's, like, little things happening. It's wild. I really should have made a save before the end. I can make this go a little faster. I guess that's LeBlanc going down there. Terminator games? I don't think I've ever played those. This game is phenomenal though. Like, I just beat it right before you came in, and I'm trying to rush back to the ending to see if there's like an alternate ending to it if you don't pick a certain action. But if you like Lovecraft style occult lore and you want a game set in New Orleans, this is a whole vibe. Like, kind of based on old point-and-click style adventure games. But, yeah, I was loving it. I wonder if I leave LeBlanc there, can I make a save here? Oh, I can. Should have done that the first time. Let's do mezzanine side first. Lovecraft fan? Dude, my whole friend group, AJ included, we got so into the Call of Cthulhu tabletop game for a long time. I guess I need to run through all the rooms here to move this along. A few years ago, I went up to Providence and saw like the house that he based one of his stories on. I think it's the house from the Call of Cthulhu story, the artist's house. It is wild looking. Across from like the First Baptist Church in the US. Okay. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. I wonder why Pawpaw decorates his face to look like the face of Million. This all gets so trippy here at the end. I don't know if I need to look at the photo or not. The Metallica song. I don't remember what my first entry point into Lovecraft was. I've always been a big reader, so at some point I must have seen his name in a bookstore and picked it up when I was really young. Lovecraft's funny because like the ideas are really big and cool, but stylistically it always kind of boils down to, oh, it's an unspeakable horror. It's like, you can't have everything being indescribable, HP. You gotta describe something. Alright, let's just sit without talking to anyone. Very good, child. I know that you are both afraid, but remain strong. You will be rewarded for your courage in the world that awaits. Pawpaw raises the transceiver in his hand. Garrett, my boy. Hearing you, Puck. Yep, whatever that word is. Roger that. Take a deep breath, my loves. We are leaving this place behind. Oh, so it does kind of work that way. The room comes alive with motion as the airlock seals shut. Small articulated arms extend out from your chair. They embrace your arms and legs, forcing you into stillness. You feel the old man's hands working a crown around your head as a blinding light consumes your vision. Every sense screams before settling into silence. The pressure that's been building in your chest releases as time dissolves. Past and future collapse into a single moment of immolation. You become pure, radiant light burning above Norco. Well, there you go. Like, yeah, the bad ending. We're good if your goal is to become light. made people use their imaginations. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I don't read a ton of horror. Um, my favorite horror book, Shirley Jackson's Haunting of Hill House, is pretty high up there, but Danielewski's House of Leaves is probably the best one for my taste. I like how it plays with the structure, and it's kind of like a fun take on the haunted house. Uh, Paradigm, I guess you would say. No, I remember them. I remember like seeing an advertisement for this series, but I haven't watched it. My wife hates horror. It's like she won't watch it. And I don't really watch anything on my own. So I basically just never watch horror. I like horror stuff, all right, but uh, I don't. Yeah, I just like I would watch it on my own. I just when I have free time, I'm usually working on something or streaming or playing a game. So I don't really watch things alone. Yeah, maybe at some point. Sometimes I'll get like the best recommendations from my friends of like the horror things that I've missed. And when she goes out of town to visit her family, I'll try to catch up on a bunch of stuff. Like I watched last time she was gone, I watched the newer It movies and I loved those. And what else? The Witch, like the one with the two V's in the title. That was fantastic. I liked that one a lot. And I watched Midsummer, but I was really frustrated with Midsummer because I feel like the design of it is really good. Like it's such a cool looking movie visually, but I feel like in horror, like you have to have a protagonist that you actually like care about to connect to and want to survive the horror. The protagonist of Midsummer is just insufferable. Like I just wanted her to get yeeted by the cult in every scene, and yeah, yeah. If I feel like if she were written differently, it would be better. But uh, story was lacking. Yeah, all the other characters are interesting, and like the cult lore is good. I really think the problem with Midsummer is that whatever the main chick's name was, like her character is just written to be so irritating. Um, yeah, but anyway, it's gonna be a short stream for me. I don't really have anything else in the barrel right now. We got to pick a horror game. I think I've kind of landed on Soma, which I don't know anything about other than it's kind of like a cult classic type of game. People that like it seem to really like it. So we'll give Soma a fair shake, probably starting tomorrow night. But that's all of Norco. Norco is phenomenal. I love this game. Highly recommend it. If you can tolerate a text-based game. I thought it was very fun. I'll probably take a break from this style of game though, because reading an entire game out loud across multiple screens is a different kind of exercise. Set in the Amnesia universe? I've never played Amnesia, but I know the name. I'm hoping Soma can stand on its own without needing to know Amnesia lore. We'll find out. But I wanted to play a game called Stasis Bone Totem that looked really interesting and cool. But the more I read about it, people were saying like, "Oh, this is like a spiritual successor to Soma." So I was like, "Oh, I should probably check Soma first." And now you're telling me Amnesia, and then if I queue up Amnesia, somebody's going to tell me I need to play Shadowgate on the NES, and then I'll pick that up, and somebody else will tell me this is based on Pong. I'll just keep going backwards all the way till I'm playing chess, I guess. Soma it is. Let's stick to it. Soma starts probably tomorrow night, if everything goes right. Dude, we're bringing Pong back. Pong streams 2025. Nothing but Pong streams. It's time. I don't guess. Oh, heck yeah, AJ is on. Let's go say hey to AJ. How about it? Anyway, hey, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I'll be back, like I said, with something new in a few days. Maybe tomorrow. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you soon. Yes, sir. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. See ya.